This video is a quick introduction to one of WebCTRL's most powerful features, Global Modify. Warning up front, it is crucial to understand that, like all things in WebCTRL, there is no undo button. Once you send a command, potentially to hundreds of controllers, that's it. There are two ways to start a Global Modify. You can right-click on any value and select Global Modify, or use the Alt-click shortcut. Initiating Global Modify brings a new window to the forefront which allows you to view quick information about that object, including full expression path as well as geo and net locations. The function is exactly as it sounds. You can modify the same microblock property in multiple control programs of various scopes across the project database, including the absolute global scope. You can also click this copy button to grab the expression for your paste buffer. The key here is the same microblock property across control programs. This is one of the many reasons why ref names are so crucial in WebCTRL. They really do tie everything together. Global Modify searches every program in the scope that you specify for this specific expression path. As indicated, you can use wildcards to expand or restrict your search. Expanding beyond the basic concept, Global Modify can be used for nearly any property, including nested subproperties. You can even go into the logic and launch from there. Not only can Global Modify be used on any single property, but it can be used in combination with other properties, such as the locked value in coordination with the locked checkbox. Be aware that on larger databases, the initial Global Modify search, as well as the server sending the commands out, may take some time. Be mindful of any potential lag when using a Global Modify command. In doing global locks, for example, be sure to modify the value first to avoid any stale, undesirable lock values taking effect in between the two Global Modify commands. The ability to see the full expression path of a microblock or its subproperties is massively helpful when making graphics or alarm text. Another tip is that these values do change in real time, so you can use this window to view many points simultaneously to check for changes over time. For example, if you are doing initial system commissioning and you open all the hot water valves to 100% during a point-to-point checkout, you can view all the discharge air temperatures on one screen to make notes of any that do not rise, indicating an issue to investigate. Additionally, you can see any that are not communicating. I'll share a few examples of Global Modify commands that I've found helpful. The first one is a bit niche, but I've found it useful when trying to determine what model of wall stat was installed where, whether that's temperature only, humidity, CO2, or motion. For my second example, let's say there was an alarm text that we wanted to change across the database. For example, what if we wanted this alarm message and then also the current zone temperature attached to that message? How do we do that? So first of all, let's get the string or the expression path that we want to insert. So we'll go to our zone temperature block and we'll try this. And we'll do Global Modify to look at the expression path. Output 1 is not usually what we're expecting to see, so let's keep looking. Go to the Details tab and try this value. Here's where we see the expected present value. So we're going to copy this expression path to then insert into the alarm text message. So let's go back there. We're going to insert that into the alarm text. Zone temp is source tilde equipment, and then paste in that path, and then we'll get rid of that extra dot value at the end. And that's all we need. So we'll apply this to see that value show live in the sample message, and that's exactly what we're looking for. The current zone temp is the temperature. So now we made this change to one program. Let's make this change to every program, so we'll do a Global Modify. I'll do my wildcard scope to search for every alarm microblock with that path. I'm going to copy that alarm text string, and I'm going to paste it in the bottom and click Set All To. That's going to prep the alarm string, and I'm going to send it, and there we see they've all been changed. So now, anytime an alarm is triggered in any control program, it's going to have that updated message with the current zone temp.